Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Minor League Esports. We're here with week number dos. I think that's right. Yeah, that's that's right. Okay, all right, week number dos. I have to brush up on my Spanish of Champ League gameplay here on MLE Esports GG. You can find more action on MLE Esports GG2 if you want to get a dual broadcast set up. That'd be really cool, I think. But anyways, that's enough of that. I'm Squid. I'm joined by ZB. We're so glad to be here for the second week of Minor League Esports action.
Absolutely. We have some great matches here in this one from the Sky Division, our first one. The Aviators and the Hawks. Both teams off to a slow start in match one, taking a 1-4 defeat, but this is a great opportunity still early in the season for these teams to add more to those win totals.
It certainly is, and obviously there's so much time ahead of them, so they're going to have plenty of opportunity to move forward with this. I'm looking forward to a close match potentially here. So once again, Aviators, Hawks in Champ League play. I'm excited to see this one, and of course it's going to be Champ League for the rest of the night. We're going to have some more great matches lined up for you after this one, but it looks like we're about ready to get underway. Set of 5 headed your direction here. Once again, Aviators versus Hawks. Ready for this one. We got Sleegy down there on the field. I was actually working in the booth with him last week. This will be an interesting one.
Yeah, Sleegy, known for his casting ability and known as the GM of the Hawks, making his Hawks debut, played for the Demolition in the Academy League last season. We have some other players making their Champ League debut as well. Wolf alone for the Aviators, played for the Academy League Blizzard, but making his CL debut with the Aviators this week.
So very exciting, some fresh Champ League players coming straight out of Academy, and I guarantee you I'm not going to take things lightly on Sleegy here. Well, let's pick up on the action. The Aviators in the attacking half with a half a minute off the clock, but Sleegy was there, gets the second save of the game. That's 2 to his name already. And the Aviators once again off to a quick offensive push. Wolf alone finds Flash for the pass. No touch off the back wall, and he's going to have everything to shoot at. Flash opens things up.
Really good angle here. Kind of a lesson for Rocket League players. He orients his car to get the angle on the ball. Great rotation there. Gets the ball right in the middle of the goal. Takes the early lead for the Aviators.
4 minutes and 15 left to go, however, and there's still plenty of time for the Hawks to do something about it. Just a quick opening push by the Aviators. We'll see if they can, if the Hawks can respond to that. Wolf alone out of the corner. Losing that one to Bandy. Great pass. Back to Sleegy. He's going to take a little bit of time picking that one up. Shot towards the net. Easily saved by Flash. Looking to push up field now on the side. 50-50 is relatively neutral. Wolf alone trying to close the gap. No contact made. Bandy is there for the follow-up, but it looks like it is going to go in the Aviators' favor. No shot coming out from Wolf alone at the midfield as he drops the ball.
The astute observer will notice the Hawks, Sleegy, and Bandy both rocking the RLCS wheels, and I must say, that is a good look for the Hawks.
I happen to have said just like them. I have to say, I am very pleased with how the wheels turned out, so thumbs up to the art director out there, making those fantastic wheels. They do look pretty nice, but they wouldn't look as good as a Hawks goal, which they are still searching for. Here's we pick up on the action. Bandy looking for a pass off the back. Well, not the first time we've seen such a pass, but Sleegy, again, not quite ready. And now Flash looking the other way, 1v1, but Bandy's going to shut it down before it can do any damage.
Yeah, Hawks trying to create those infield passes, trying to find a spot where the Aviators aren't. Unfortunately, those passes aren't quite on target. Bandy with the air dribble, but Flash read it the whole way. His touch straight to Sleegy, and Slash saves the day again. Wolf not able to get this ball out of the corner. Time ticking away, nearly halftime. Hawks yet to find a goal.
Yet to find a goal, but with plenty of offense to show for it. Sleegy and Bandy putting a couple of shots on target, and Flash, of course, with that clutch save, but now a missed touch here from Wolf alone. Not going to go to his teammate. Sleegy is up high, but couldn't put it on target. Bandy meets Flash for the follow-up, and we just passed the half, and the Hawks remain in the offensive zone. But it looks like this one might be slowing down. Sleegy going to touch this one across the field. Lost possession on the play, and the Aviators will try to pick up in their own corner, but it's a little bit slow on the uptake, and it might produce a shot opportunity. Not so, as Flash touches it away.
Yeah, kind of an interesting dynamic here with the Hawks. Sleegy and Bandy both playing on the Demolition last season in different leagues, but you would think that chemistry might be there, spending an entire year in the same franchise, all of Season 8, and then rejoining together and Season 9. It might just take them a little bit to get it going in this one. As we always say, stream nerves are a thing here on MLE Esports GG. These players looking forward to this opportunity, now just wanting to perform. Hawks doing good things on offense, just needing to follow through and finish.
Yeah, that finish is what they truly lack. A nice bump there by Sleeky. I have to commend him for that. But unfortunately for them, Wolf alone was there to make a save. This time it was Flash touching into the corner. Sleeky trying to keep this one in the zone. Wolf alone with one touch. Not the second, though. Bandy with a heater on target, but it's not quite there. Sleeky's in the air. Gonna try and get the shot, but nothing doing as Flash will pick it up on the side. That shot a little bit wide, and the Hawks left without a goal once again for their efforts.
Aviators kind of in an awkward spot here. No one I thought was able to get back on defense. Flash luckily recovered. Demo there by Wolf alone, so this goal might be open. Unfortunately, that shot wide. The double, is that going to go off the post and in? It's not. It is wide. Hawks keeping this game at 1. I wasn't sure if they were going to be doing it. Great help by the post there. Let's see if they can do this in the final minute.
Did indeed look like a close call, but Bandy kept his wits about him. Was able to get that one away. They still got 40 seconds plus to make something out of this ball. Good demo by Sleegy against Flash, but Wolf alone has plenty of space on the backboard. Does get it past one Hawks offensive player. Gonna try to push it to the back wall now. Bandy slows it down, picks it up. Has Sleegy in support in the center. Off the backboard, pass one, and again the pass, but Sleegy a little bit too slow and maybe not reading it correctly. Gonna try for the shot anyways. It's still in the area, but Flash is able to get it out to the side wall, and Sleegy's been sent back to the spawn for a moment. This might slow down the offense here in the final 10 seconds. Wolf alone. Now the big touchdown field. Pass over to Flash is not on target. There's still hope for the Hawks if they can get this one in their favor. Wolf alone off the backboard, but it's still high in the air. Sleeky gonna keep it up. A double commit for the Aviators. This might turn into something beautiful. Bandy passing over to Sleeky. Still gonna keep it this one in the air. It's high and lobbed, but Flash gets a wonderful touch all the way to the red back wall, and things might touch down in the corner. A long 0 seconds, but the Aviators had it well under control for most of that portion.
Yeah, didn't know if that ball was ever going to come down. Hawks trying to keep possession to take that one down the field, but Aviators in a good position. A common theme that I saw in that game. It looked like Bandy was trying to take control and set up the play for Sleeky. He had a lot of infield passes in front of the goal that Sleeky wasn't quite able to connect on. I wonder if they switch roles and Sleeky can maybe get the ball to Bandy, that might get this offense started.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Did feel like there were a lot of unrequited love kind of situations there when we were talking about the passing plays. And I do agree, Sleeky trying to make the passes out to Bandy might work out for them, but I did also notice that Sleeky it seemed that he was getting cold feet when it came to trying to commit on the offense, which could also be traced back to the very fact that he wasn't really committing for those shots so easily as you could. And the Aviators only got that one goal very, very early on. Could have been a different story if it was 0-0, playing that safe but somewhat aggressive style, maybe just trying to pick your target with the pass. You don't want to commit for everything. Not necessarily a bad strategy.
Right, and something else I noticed, it seemed like every save the Aviators did, every save they made, it seemed to be easy for them. Hawks getting those shots, but never putting the Aviators in a tough position. So just if Hawks could change up their strategy and maybe do some things to catch the Aviators off guard, might serve them a little better the rest of this series.
Right, well, solid game 1 on both sides, but we are ready to move into number 2. The Aviators have the lead as we move into this one. Again, though, it is a set of 5, so even if we see a complete sweep, we're going to be playing it all the way out. And again, ZB, you did mention that both of these teams suffered a 1-4 loss in their first week, so this would be a nice little bit of a run back for either one of these teams.
Absolutely, and earlier in the week, the Ducks and the Hive, the division leaders, played, and that was a 3-2 series. So this division still very open. If either team could take a large win margin or just steal 3 games, they would very much still be in it, and it's obviously still very early in the season.
Oh, it is, and it's very early in this game. Wolf alone, the shot, the crossbar saves it away, though. And the demo again, Bandy has a completely open net. Great counter, and Sleeky taking out the one man who could have made a difference. It's 1-0 to the Hawks.
One of the worst feelings in all of Rocket League, dare I say all of esports, putting the ball off your crossbar and then it turning into a fast break the other way for your opponent. You hate to see it, and as we always say, that might be the spark that the Hawks needed.
And a good heads-up play by Sleeky. Pulling out the demolition, and again, the only player that really had a chance of making a play on that ball for the Aviators taken out of the play. So they have the lead within the first minute, but the Aviators have plenty of opportunity to strike back. And I am curious to see if the Hawks are just going to hold on to this and we'll see another 1-0 game. With the goal scored in the first minute, I have to say, I believe it was the same story the last game, wasn't it?
Yeah, things just kind of really slowed down. The Aviators were just content to kind of sit back, put themselves in good defensive positions. They're going to strike back right away here. Wolf Alone just found himself in the right spot. Bandy didn't have the touch that he wanted. Flash really committed up to that one. Don't know if that was the best choice. That left Hawks very vulnerable on defense, and Wolf got his first goal of this series, putting that one home to tie this one up.
So the Aviators with a quick response. Maybe a little bit of slow rotation from the Hawks, but Bandy just in a bad spot overall with that force from Flash. And they are on the defense once again, right off the kickoff. Nice save by Sliggy. Almost a close call there. But now Bandy picking this one up with plenty of possession and a little bit of boost to work with. Maybe going for a bump. It's a bit awkward for the Aviators. And here comes Sliggy. That heater down the middle won't find its way through. Flash does manage to body block that ball. And now he's got a chance down the other way, trying to get it around Bandy, but no luck. We're back to the green wall.
Yeah, I think he definitely was going for a bump there, and from what I could see, if he did get that, that was going to be a goal for them, so you hate to miss that opportunity. What a shot by Flash.
Incredible read coming off the back wall, and a nice pass from Wolf Alone as well. Flash is half follows that one straight up to the back wall, and the defender can only look on in stunned horror as that ball flies into the back of the net. Wonderfully played.
Yeah, don't know if there was anything the Hawks on defense could have done given their situation. Flash read that the whole way, oriented his car to put that one in the upper 90 corner. Great Rocket League ability there to give his team the lead.
And now the Aviators, that lead of 1 again, might haunt the okay, well, I guess it's not going to haunt them for very long. They get that one off an own goal.
No, you definitely see this from time to time. You get that momentum for your team and then just one miscalculation. I think he was trying to send that across the goal line, which is definitely risky. Just 1 millimeter the wrong way and that ball will bounce into your goal. You hate to see that, but he's just going to have to shake that one off.
Well, you hate to see it unless you're a Hawks fan. That was a
That's
blessing. But now they have the tie game, and they might be able to strike back. It was a favorable face-off initially, but things going back to the midfield line. Bandy, a flick up high, is going to force Wolf Alone in the air. That is a prime ball for Sliggy to take the shot, but Flash was also there trying to play around each other. Ended up being no contact. We're at the half now in a completely tied game, and I don't think I'd rather have it any other way.
No, absolutely not. This has turned into a very competitive game, back and forth. The pace, all players on both teams feeling a little bit more confident, challenging balls a little bit faster, playing more aggressive and not as conservative as we saw in the first one. Flash has the ball on his head, tries to flip it over Bandy, but he can't. Bandy reads the ball off the wall and almost sends it home. This play is certainly picking up.
And it will pick up for the Aviators. Flash has a completely open net to shoot at, and this was just a hectic play from start to finish.
Yeah, Bandy had that situation where he really needed to send it home. It's one of those where if you miss, it's going to carry him off the back wall the other way and quickly. Flash just turned on it and dribbled it past Sliggy the whole way home. So now Aviators with the lead again, but 2 minutes. Wolf almost putting it in again. He touched
Oh my God!
What a save and goal! I thought that disaster struck again, but he found a way to keep that ball out. Great save.
It looked like a guaranteed goal from my
Yes.
angle. I mean, he made the initial save, and then any spectator would reasonably assume that Sliggy would have a free follow-up or shot on the goal.
Yeah.
But I guess not. Wolf Alone definitely saving this game for the Aviators. If they can hold on to this lead for 90 seconds now, that would have been a miraculous play. And they're looking for more. They want this offense to push forward right now. Sliggy's going to touch it off the corner wall, trying to move it downfield as far as he can, but does lose possession. Flash for the pickup, 50-50 with Bandy. Will go relatively neutral. Wolf Alone there for the possession. It's around Sliggy, bit of an awkward spot, but Wolf Alone actually sends it away from the opposing net, managing to keep possession and the boost steal as well. The Aviators just trying to walk all over the Hawks right now.
Yeah, I really do like what the Aviators are doing. I always tell my teams, don't let off the gas. You can sometimes put yourself in a passive position setting on defense, and that can sometimes cost you. So if you feel like you're the team that can maintain the pace of play and possession of the ball, that ball I thought was going in. It just caromed out. Aviators are doing a good job. This ball has been in the Hawks zone for the better part of 30 seconds here, I think. Hawks might have a chance here.
Oh,
that one's
beautiful.
Going to go. And another great save by the Aviators.
I thought that was a complete goal as well. The Hawks with Bandy leading the charge. An incredible effort, but now Flash has an open net. What happened to the defense here? Looked like both players were actionable.
Yeah, I think it was just a misread or a misplay. I think Sleegy thought that Bandy was going to challenge that ball, and he had time to go for boost, and he assumed wrong, and unfortunately that cost him. Down 1 was very manageable. Down 2 with only 23 is going to be difficult unless they can get a kickoff goal, and they did. We are right back just like that.
Well, the Hawks definitely still in this one, but they still need that one crucial goal. Amazing face-off by Sleegy and Bandy. Great communication. They knew what was going on from the very beginning. They have that one back. They've only got 20 seconds to respond.
Absolutely great job there. Short time, but I think the Hawks are certainly capable if they can get another one off the kickoff here. That one's on target. Wolfalone able to push it away. 10 seconds left for the Hawks to do something.
That wasn't the greatest touch by Flash, but he got that one little wheel on him. Now great 50-50 win by Bandy. Still plenty of chance. This one goes neutral. Sleegy might still be able to pick this one up, but Flash is first in the air. We'll just kill it off on the side, and the Aviators have game 2.
Yeah, Hawks did everything they could to thwart the Aviators' efforts in game 2, but it was not quite enough. As we alluded to, Aviators keeping tons of pressure, getting lots of shots on goal. 8 chances. Hawks did have 9 as well, so both teams doing a good job of getting offensive opportunities. But as we saw in game 1, it was Aviators just able to come up on top.
Yeah, and I feel like this is a combination of a couple of things. For me, the Aviators' offense just seems to be able to make more use of the opportunities that they have. But then, I mean, the offense, it's a talking point. But I think the defense is what we were really here for. I mean, everybody could see, as plain as day, their defense was practically impervious when it came to making the clutch saves. We saw the one right on the goal line from Wolf alone that was pretty well outstanding. And then Flash actually had a diving save after Bandy had the dribble around his teammate as well, which was rather impressive. So all in all, I really think that defense won them this game.
Absolutely. Great job on both sides. As you alluded to earlier in the series, we will play all 5 matches. So despite the outcome of the next game, we will continue to play on all 5 games. Hawks and their fans in the stream wanting to see some better outcomes here. I am interested to see what the Hawks are able to do to steal some games away from the Aviators.
Oh, I definitely think they can as well. I'm sure that anybody out there in the chat supporting the Hawks should have as much faith as I have in them, because this has been a close series thus far. 1-goal games both times. We'll have to see if they can bring some of them back here. In game number 3, as we pick things up, Flash already earning himself a save. It's not even been 10 seconds, and he's already got one. But the Hawks going to see if they can bring a little bit more offense, trying to give him an opportunity to earn points. Pass back here from Sleegy. Wolf alone does manage to get that first touch. Does not win the boost in the corner, though. Very important boost pickup. Bandy's not being able to play that one away. Flash has the angle into the left-hand side.
Yeah, something I'm starting to notice. I think there are some teams that play very well in an offensive and defensive system, and there's some teams that just have that ability to scramble and make plays in awkward situations. I feel like the combination of Flash and Wolf alone are those players where they find themselves in those scramble, awkward situations, and they're able to make something happen, where the Hawks are maybe still just a little bit more awkward.
They're definitely picking up in a lot of key spots. Oh my goodness, what a 50-50 by Flash. I was going all the way back onto the Hawks defensive zone. Wolf alone pushed that towards center, but Bandy's there to meet it. Now Flash for the fall. Great dunk by Bandy. This one might be an offensive opportunity. Gonna send it in towards center, towards Sleegy with no contact. Made a good idea, but the dots just didn't connect.
Yeah, we've seen that a lot, especially in game 1. Almost a great shot there by Sleegy, and almost another great shot by Bandy, but just off the mark. So often the Hawks are either trying to connect on a play and not connecting, or they're getting shots that aren't just quite on target. Flash almost forcing that one in. Hawks are gonna have to convert just a little bit higher percentage to get results in this series.
And their pushes on the offense have been relatively good in philosophy. But we just saw a moment ago a pass from Sleegy to Bandy ended up getting shut down because Bandy just couldn't quite control it correctly. And now an opportunity for Sleegy, but he was expecting the touch from Flash. Good respect and an unfortunate missed opportunity, and now they're going to miss the opportunity to play defense as Wolf alone gets it over the last man.
We see that quite a bit, and we saw it earlier in the series where your offensive possession just turns into a fast break the other way. Bandy, if he's going to dive in there, he has to make the touch on that ball. Otherwise, it's an easy goal for Wolf alone, which it was. Hawks need to do just a little bit better to turn this train around.
Yeah, having 2 men in the offensive third is dangerous, but that looked basically like the offensive eighth at that point, with Benny being so close to the goal line. But the past is in the past. We'll have to see if they can bring something around here in these next 3 minutes of gameplay. Wolf alone has a shot on target off the wall. Easily saved by Sleeky, but he's going to lose possession once again. And that does seem to be a little bit of a common theme, as the Hawks just getting a little bit antsy to move it downfield. Not an incredibly used tactic for them on the defense, but I've seen it once or twice.
Yeah, they just seem to kind of be forcing it and hoping that the Aviators can make a mistake on their end, where the Aviators are trying to, I think, control possession and make things happen on their own dime. Wolf getting up and making the touch that he needed, throwing that ball away. Sleeky bringing it in. He might have a chance here, but again, great defense by the Aviators this entire series so far.
And Sleeky with a good opportunity there, but just a little bit too slow to put the shot on. And Wolf, the upper 90, throws the crossbar and away. Still lingering out in front, but Sleeky does get a guiding touch out into the corner. He's going to follow it up as well, but it looks like they're still going to be on defense here for a while. Hawks need to find a response for the Aviators offense. They've got some shots of their own, but it just doesn't ever seem to come together.
Yeah, Aviators doing such a good job of sieging on the offensive half. They quickly rotate to that midfield position and just get whatever touch they need to keep that ball in the offensive half. If we had a possession stat, I would definitely probably think it would be in favor of the Aviators. Not only are they scoring more goals in the series, but they're maintaining possession. Hawks have an opportunity here. That pass, again, just a little too far, not able to connect.
And again, a good philosophy for the Hawks, but just didn't quite come together. Bandy, this looks like it might be a good opportunity. Off the back wall, there's Sleeky. The shot's on target.
So close.
Wolf alone. Once again coming across the goal line to make this save. The Hawks not out of it yet, though. Here with 80 seconds left on the clock in game number 3. Pass over to Bandy from Sleeky, denied by Flash, as he'll now inherit possession on the left-hand side. Over top of one. Has one to beat. Does he do it? He does! Great dribble by Flash to give a 3-0 lead.
If you notice, he turned his car slightly to the left. I think he was faking a pass to the infield, and then he cuts quickly and puts that near post. I don't think the defender was expecting that touch. Now they find themselves in an even deeper hole. Need to find 3 goals, and quickly. Only 69 seconds remaining.
Nice. But seriously, it was a nice touch there by Flash. A great cut. I could talk about it for days, but if it's for the Hawks now, it's all up to them. They've had trouble scoring goals in rapid succession in this series thus far, so I'm concerned about their ability to come back in this one. Flash all the way to the back wall now. Not the greatest touch there from Sleeky. Completely open, and I think it might be about time to pack up game number 3.
Yeah, it's sometimes hard to be in this situation down and not really having much of an offensive game to talk about. So Hawks still in this series. We've seen reverse sweep happen. They're not going to be able to get the reverse sweep, but they can still win the back half of these games. This early in the season, you really just need to steal as many games as you can. So if you can find a way to steal the final 2 games of the series, I think at this point, that would be a victory for them. Can they get a goal here? They can. Maybe a little momentum boost going into game 4.
Mayhap it is, and, it's always nice to get one back. But fact stands, just a little bit of a double commit there for the Aviators. Nothing that they're going to have to worry about too much. The Hawks will gladly take it. But I just do want to point out, not exactly, an impeccable Hawks offense that resulted in the goal 4. So I still do want to see them come together, making more effective passing plays. Obviously, we've been talking about it all series long. We've seen efforts to try and connect with one another in the offensive third, but so far it just hasn't worked out. And there was so many good efforts at that it's kind of disappointing to see that they haven't had many assisted goals.
Right. I think it may be a thing as well of they're trying to find the first opportunity to pass and then forcing it straight to make a scoring opportunity. I wonder if they need to maintain possession just a little bit longer. Flash having no boost, but trying to get his car to the fastest speed possible. I think if Hawks just maybe try to get a couple extra touches and then find that pass, that might work for them in these last 2 games.
Perhaps it will, but the fact remains we're moving into extra innings as the Aviators take the series in a clean 3-0 sweep, keeping it to 1 goal both times in the first 2 games, but game 3 was a bit of a breakaway. And we're talking about maybe, that 1 goal for the Hawks could be a little bit of momentum, but I think, the counterweight to that is the fact that, they just been swept 3-0 in the series. So that's not really going to bode well for them moving forward here, in my opinion. But they still can make this a 3-2. if they can miraculously put something beautiful together.
Yeah, they had 9 shots on goal last game and this game. So I know that they're getting the ball into the Aviators half and then putting that ball on target. It's just a matter of getting those offensive situations, creating a situation where the Aviators are in an awkward spot and not able to make those saves. 6 saves for the Aviators in that past game. So the Aviators doing a great job rotating, playing in sync. Hawks are just going to have to find a way to break that.
Yeah, and I actually think, come to think of it, we haven't really given the Aviators enough credit. It's been about the Hawks. We've been talking about what the Hawks need to do better. What is the problem on the Hawks side? What's their issue defensively, offensively? We haven't talked about the Aviators. I have to say
great job.
that both of their players individually have been performing, kind of above and beyond, just in direct comparison to their opponents. I don't like putting it that way, but right now, I mean, comparing Wolf Alone and Flash to Bandy and Sleegy, it just feels like they're playing overall a bit more sound, and that might be for various reasons. I don't want to say that the Hawks are just, inherently worse. They might just be having a bad day. Perhaps the Aviators are just having a good day. But the fact, you just got to look at the facts. The Aviators look solid, and that is a perfect example of what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Aviators able to connect on the plays that the Hawks aren't. That ball off the wall and Flash again, getting his car in the exact position to get that ball in the top just under the crossbar. Great play by there. Yeah, they have been doing a great job as a unit. They're playing, I feel like, very fast. They're going for challenges early. Here's Wolf trying to make that play. They're not able to, but here comes Flash again, just getting behind that ball and able to create that clear into an offensive possession of his own. So good teamwork by Aviators, as you were saying, which has led to this dominating performance so far in this series.
They've dominated so far, but there's a chance for a comeback. Ooh. That is going to be a bit of a heartbreaker. Now it's turned the other way. Does Flash have a completely open net? He does, but can he get around it is the question. Off the back wall, no shot coming through. So a missed chance there for the Aviators. Hawks will gladly take the no goal on that one, but they did have that wonderful opportunity in front of the net, and like I said, it's going to be a little bit of a morale hit there, and a nice save. Once again, Flash closing the gap just in time. And that really does seem to be one of the things the Aviators are doing best, is just-in-time stuff against the Hawks.
Absolutely. Sleegy almost had a pre-flip there. I have to give him credit for going for that. But at this point for the Hawks, it has to be kind of demoralizing, not only the result of the series, but so far they have had 2 or 3 really good offensive opportunities that have either just gone wide or have been thwarted by great defensive plays by the Aviators. So they're doing a lot of things right. It's just the Aviators are doing so much more to kind of just be dominating in this series.
With about a minute and a half gone. Oh my goodness. All right, well, Bandy's going to open up the scoring opportunities. The scoring opportunities that actually succeed for the Hawks. They've already had a couple of regular scoring opportunities, but a great cut on this ball to get into the right-hand corner.
Yeah, Wolf Alone was going straight for the near post. I thought that was going to be one that he could clear the angle on, but Bandy just gets that touch off the corner of his Octane, and Octane users know those corners are deadly. That ball had a lot of pace and got between Wolf Alone and the corner, so we are tied here in Game 4. Just over 3 minutes to go.
And again, if the Hawks pull something out here, it could very well be a 3-2 series, so I'm excited to see if they are still alive and kicking. It does seem that they are, as they move here into the offense. Pass from Bandy up high, but it's a little bit too high over the crossbar. Bit of a double commit there for the Hawks. Maybe getting a little bit of antsy, trying to move out onto the offense. They'll still have an opportunity to keep it in here, but Slee not even close to that one. Goes over Wolf Alone, and now there's an opportunity for Flash, completely open. And once again, the passing play, nice and easy. The Aviators have the lead.
Yeah, the Hawks' second defender just unfortunately way out of the play. Bandy needed a touch on that ball. Wolf, great play off the wall, putting it off the backboard. Flash reading it the entire way. The 1-2 play from Wolf to Flash that we have seen so much this series. There's a lot of Aviators fans in the chat, and they are fired up about the play that they are seeing from these Champ League Aviator players.
And just at the half now, Hawks down by only that one. And again, still lots of life here. A great passing play. That one was an absolute banger. Bandy under the crossbar.
Yeah, if someone is going to do it for the Hawks, it's going to be Bandy. You would think Sleegy with the great pass upfield. Bandy turning on it. Absolute banger. Great goal by him. This one's tied.
If anybody's been watching Summit, I guess you could call it a slaughter. Anybody, I bet you somebody out there understands what I'm talking about, but let's get back into, ooh, that was a nice pass there by Slee, was feigning the powerful touch and ends up trying to just drop it down from Bandy. Wonderful idea, but no success there. Wolf alone, beaten out by Bandy in the Hawks half. Flash gonna try and keep it across the midfield line, but to little success. Sliggy, shot on target, it's a little bit wide. Bandy's there for the follow once again. Waits there, but Flash off his own post and away. That is an interesting way to get things done, but get things done he did.
Yeah, first want to apologize to our photosensitive viewers. Our director cam kind of went a little crazy there for a moment. Flash with the incredible save on the back end and then taking opportunity of the open goal on the other end. Just kind of a mistouch there by Sleegy. But Flash burying it home. Aviators in the driver's seat once again. 101 seconds to go.
I suppose the Aviators probably a bit more comfortable in the pilot's seat, but I guess driver's seat will work anyways.
Oh, dang it!
There you go. Just had to throw that one out there. But they have been pretty high flying this series, so you got to give them that. We almost saw another aerial just a moment ago, but Flash didn't quite have the angle. Will have to save here. A savior medal. How many saves this game has he had? Oh my goodness, there's another one shot from Slee. He's got a hat trick and 4 saves just this game. The player has been popping off literally all series long. I would not be surprised if we saw him in the MVPs of the week, but there's Wolf alone. Long shot goal. Bit of a backflip from the defender, but either way, they got to lead it 2.
Yeah, Aviators back in their dominating ways in match 2 of this young season. Something I kind of thought about a little bit ago in regard to the Hawks. I wonder if this is a team that will get better as the season goes on. This particular pairing of Sleegy and Bandy, they're looking for those. I thought the Aviators were going to have another nuts goal, but this time it was Sleegy who was able to just bury it home, giving his team a chance late in this one. Wolf alone almost putting it off the crossbar and out again, but Sleegy just getting enough on it. As I was saying, they're trying to find those opportunities to pass to each other, which is so important in the upper levels of Rocket League. They're just not able to connect yet. I wonder if as the season goes on, they're able to, make a little more of those plays, but you just hope that they do it sooner rather than later and they're not out of it.
Yeah, the foundation is definitely there. We've been harping on it all series long that they've had these passing opportunities, and there might be another one. Sleeve the shots on target. They tie it up with 41 seconds to go. There's still life for the Hawks.
Yeah, this was a good play. That flick there from Bandy goes off the post, and Wolf alone not able to get a clear. Flash, I thought, might get there, but he was in an awkward angle, so Sleegy finds a way to tie this one up 4-4, 41 seconds to go in Game 4. My goodness.
That's a lot of 4s there. Are you gonna be all right, CB?
I think I can handle it. Give me a moment.
All right. Yeah. Caster Math hasn't gotten this young blood yet, but 30 seconds now on the clock. Hawks on the offense, and Bandy, the 50-50, doesn't go anywhere. Looking for the follow. That one's moving backfield. Bandy just trying to slow down the offense. Wolf alone with a huge miss there. This might present a power play. 2v1 opportunity the other way. Sleeky's initial shot blocked away, and Bandy actually doesn't make contact on that one either. They might just want to kill this one in their own backfield in the final 10 now. Aviators on the prowl, but Sleeky completely open net the other way. The Hawks take the lead with 2 seconds to go.
I was perplexed. Sleeky was sitting there on that back post, and no one for Aviators touched that ball, so he just boosted straight towards it. No one on defense. Aviators, I know they wanted to get that goal late to seal it, but they left themselves so vulnerable on defense. You hate to see it.
And Sliggy, playing that back post, he's just out there playing safe position, looking at that like, okay, all right. Make sure this one doesn't go in. Make sure this one doesn't. Oh, I can score. Okay.
And he did.
that's just what he did. He's like, oh, well, that's easy enough. I'll just go ahead and take the go-ahead goal, winning the game. And this is an Aviators defense that has been basically flawless,
Right.
As far as like when they're actually on defense, they basically let nothing through. So this time, the way this game ended.
Yeah, very, very unexpected.
I don't know what to tell you, but again, I'm going to point out that Flash and Wolf alone are putting up some major marks on the score sheet.
Yeah, their MVPR is going to be through the roof, but you have to give Hawks credit here. Down 4-2 with just over a minute to go, they were able to not only get those 2 goals to give themselves a chance in overtime, but then taking that advantage and turning that into a goal at the end there. to find a Game 4 victory. We talked about it in Game 3 that they kind of were down in the dumps, having lost those first 3 games and kind of having a demoralizing defeat in that Game 3. Found themselves down in game 4, but what's great about MLE is no matter the situation you're in, you can dig deep and find a way to come back and steal those wins. They're doing it, and they're set up a situation where we could have a very interesting Game 5.
And that's true of the MLE, and that's just basically true of Rocket League as a whole.
Right.
That's why if you're ever in a ranked match, all right, and I actually just had an experience with this recently. If you're ever in any match and you like want to just quit while there's still like 2 or 3 minutes left, I don't know what you're doing. Right. Unless you're down by 5 or more goals, then I don't know what you're doing, because that is totally not worth it. Oh boy. Well, here we go. We got game number 5. Underway. The Hawks want to push this series to a 3-2 defeat as opposed to a 4-1 to be a major upgrade on the overall scheme of things. And they will have the opportunity to do so here.
Right, and I mean, if you think about it, I know the Hawks want to win the series. Unfortunately, they weren't able to. But if we're honest with ourselves, really, how different is 2 wins than 3 wins? Really?
A little bit, because you don't have the series win, obviously. But still.
Right.
Just that little bit. So even if you do lose 3 games to 2, as long as you still have a decent number of series wins under your belt, that'll still look kind of good on the scorecard.
Right.
But, a little bit of an interesting situation there for the Hawks, Ned. They did control it away, but now Wolf alone with a shot opportunity. He's going to bury that one for an Aviators lead.
Yeah, that situation, a little bit of a scramble. And as I mentioned, my evaluation is that the Aviators feel a little bit more comfortable in those awkward situations, and they showed it there. Wolf able to read the situation, dive in there, and bang it home. So Aviators again up in this game, but Hawks maybe feel a little bit more comfortable with the deficit, able to come back and steal game 4. They're probably capable of doing it again in game 5, obviously.
And I think I'd almost argue that it's not necessarily that the Aviators are just so much more comfortable in those awkward spots. It's just that I feel like the Hawks are putting a lot of faith in their teammates. So Bandy and Sliggy, just like having a lot of faith in their partner to get those balls away. Great shot here from Flash. Crossbar down on the right-hand side, taking it from Wolf alone. And boy, they don't want to hear me talk about the Hawks. This is their story.
The astute observers in our chat have noticed all series about Flash's car control, and you saw it there. He read it the whole way. He rotated nearly all the way upside down to get his Octane in the position to send that ball crossbar and down. Flash showing why he was retained by the Aviators this past season, trying to get his team a 4-1 victory in match 2.
And with 3 minutes and 30 on the clock, they just need to maintain this lead, and they'll have that clean 4-1. Putting the record even on the season and allowing them a season win. They'll be 1-1 in series, and then 5-5 in games won to games lost, unless I'm doing my math wrong, which I'm prone to do. I am a commentator after all.
No, so, we'll get that double checked by our statistics committee, but I believe
people for that.
Right.
That's not my job. We have people for that. Oh dear. Well, the Hawks not quite done with this game yet, so let's not call it too early.
No.
Opportunity here. Bandy just a little bit beaten out there by Flash. Sliggy's going to have to double time it back to his own half, but will turn on that ball. Putting it up high, maybe a little bit too quick. He expected there to be an Aviators player there, it seemed. There was not one, but the Hawks moving up on the offense either way. This one's out in front of the net. Flash had to do something quick, and something quick he performed as it'll now move the other way, but that was a close call.
Yeah, the Aviators, I don't know if they've turned the switch already to a passive play. Wolf alone taking the opportunity and flying away with it. He sees the opportunity to get the ball on the roof of his car, and flicks it over 1, over 2, crossbar down off Sliggy and in. Great play by Wolf alone. He has had a great Aviators debut this season.
And I have to say, that wasn't even a bad play on Bandy or Sliggy's part.
No.
They both made amazing efforts on that one, and they will get a goal back for their efforts, it seems. For the kickoff here, just a favorable face-off. They've actually had a couple of these now. So watch out for their face-offs.
Yeah, they definitely have. The Hawks seem to be cheating on that kickoff more often than not. And when you cheat, if the other team goes for boost, that gives you a great opportunity to get that shot on target. Bandy wins this one into the corner, but Wolf was there with the boost. I noticed earlier there was a ball in midfield, and neither Aviators player really went for it. It kind of turned into a scramble, and what's led to Wolf Alone's flick, but I wonder if they've already turned their play into a little bit more passive. I just hope that it doesn't come back to haunt them with so much time left in this one.
I'm sure there are a couple of Hawks fans out there that are certainly hoping that comes back to haunt them. But Flash now off the back wall, a brilliant pass over to Wolf alone. He does take his time on it, though, and it will not net them a goal. A minute 45 is on the clock for the Hawks to make this 2-goal comeback, and they might start it right here. Swinging all the way downfield. Nope. It's just wide, and Wolf alone will be able to get it away. Heartbreaker right there. That looked like it could have been a goal-scoring opportunity. From my angle, it did look like it was in for a minute.
Yeah, I might need to go to the eye doctor, think about getting some contacts. There's an infield pass. Beautiful, but Flash was right there. How often has Flash put himself in the perfect situation for saves?
I can't count on both of my hands how many times Flash has made a save such as that one. But they're still not out of the woods yet. 70 seconds plus left on the clock. Brilliant pass over to Sleegy. No contact made. Flash will get it away once again. That adds to the total number of saves he's made so far. Into the Hawks corner. 1 minute now on the clock for them to try and make this 2-goal comeback still. Flash, 1v1, puts it up high. Oh, gets it around Bandy. That's another goal for Flash. Truly brilliant gameplay.
Yeah, Flash has been doing it all tonight. There have been so many great plays. There's not one that stands up as the perfect candidate for the Balls Guarana Play of the Week because there have been so many by Flash.
There have. It's quite ridiculous. Maybe we'll see another Flash play here in the final 50 seconds, but unless the Hawks can do something miraculous, I really feel like we're going to see an Aviators victory in Game 5. A nice save there by Bandy. Sleegy also getting the boosted eye in the corner, but Bandy beaten on that challenge, and now a great 50-50 from Wolf alone, trying to turn it in, toss off the back wall, and the Hawks will get it away. But honestly, at this point, the Aviators just need to lock. This is a great pass, though. Sleegy to Bandy, back of the net, 29 seconds to go. They got 2 to go.
Yeah, they find themselves back on schedule. If they were going to make a game of this, they had to do it quick. The first touch wasn't on. Wolf alone trying to do his best to play that second touch, but he couldn't. Bandy sends it home. Less than 30 remaining of this in this one, but certainly plenty enough time for the Hawks.
This faceoff will actually favor them, losing it out to their teammate. They're going to have to make something of this quick. Bandy in the air. Still 20 boosts left in the tank. Can do plenty with this ball. Going to try and take the shot himself. It's an amazing save by Wolf alone. Getting into the corner as well. Getting him a savior medal. Flash with possession. Sleegy just trying to slow it down. Bandy desperately trying to take control, but bumped away. Flash is going to pass it back over to Wolf alone for the 50-50. And that's going to take the last second off the clock. Aviators take the series and 4-1 in games. Congratulations to those players.
Absolutely. Great series by the Aviators. They dominated in nearly every fashion of the game, offense and defense, having highlight reels plays on both sides of the ball. Constantly, the Hawks were able to steal Game 3 with those 3 goals in the last minute, but you have to give it to the Aviators. After a tough Week 1, they turned it around and had the exact opposite performance in Game 2. I think a lot of people in MLE will be talking about this team this week.
For sure. I mean, you cannot deny they performed absolutely phenomenally today, and some great effort by Sleegy and Bandy on the Hawks side. Honestly, I'm disappointed that it ended up being a 4-1. A rather close game though here in game number 5. So at least we can be glad about that. Of course, the Aviators did have a 3-goal lead at one point, but that doesn't count. That doesn't count in my heart. So, but that's gonna do it for that series. Aviators taking it to the Hawks once again, just so everybody has it on the record. That means you over there. Yeah, I see you, George. 4-1 as if he's looking for somebody as well. But that's going to be a wrap on that series. Next up, we're continuing with the Champ League action between the Eclipse and the Lightning. You won't want to miss it. Before we go to a break, we're going to do a little bit of a play of the week unveil. I'm sure that some of you have been looking forward to this.
Yeah, there were some great plays in Week 1. I know people are very anxious to see who is going to be the winner of the free case of Balls Guarana. Let's see it.
Yeah, not Mike there. Interestingly, had the ball in front of him and got to 100 boosts, but paused for just a moment. And that hesitation is what got him demoed and potentially gave away what could have been a productive counterattack. As Lil Q gonna get a saucy pop right over the defender and put it through. And that's gonna double the Knights' lead.
Yeah, the hesitation from Gus really hurts him there. Low Q sees that happening, pops it right over top of him, as you said.
I just want to close this one out. Castro for the shot, but Steve clears it away. There might be a chance yet. Steve with test gravity as a passing target. It's on the target. There you go. Amazing goal. Test gravity at 0 seconds to keep it tied.
They kept their cool under the pressure of 0 seconds. Pass from Steve directly on target, and Gravity will add gravity to this game.
Dewey looking for the play into the middle. He's going to follow this towards the sidewall. He'll try to do it himself. Going to look for the carry. Has another touch, maybe a third if he has. This is it! Oh, what a play! Dewey's got the control. He's got a 2-0 lead for his Spectre.
You are seeing it from home. He jumps off the wall, gets the touch, continues to boost upside down, and gets the touch from the dirty angle. That was not easy. I will say that myself.